All right, back at you in the stands podcast. Andy Roberts, Jason Loggins, Tony Cash.
What up?
Good morning. Welcome back, gentlemen. Cash, like the shirt.
Thank you. I like yours as well.
I guess me texting you last night. Let's wear the same thing.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you listening.
Loggins
It's gonna be Loggins.
He didn't get the message.
Yeah,
Oh, y'all like my new Braves jersey for next year?
Oh, God.
here we go.
Again.
Hey, who they playing in the postseason?
Wow.
He's a fair weather fan. For
Oh,
sure.
wait.
Fair weather is an understatement.
Hey, I'm pretty sure he's done with the dogs after this week.
Oh,
He's like,
it's to
you
be
know,
expected. Alabama's beat us
Oh,
one,
my gosh.
10 out of 11 now, 10 out of 12, whatever it is. So
Just to let everybody know, Loggins used to be a Braves fan back in the 90s.
yeah,
You know, we're loving them,
We'll
World
open
Series
that
champs,
wound
all
up.
that. Then all of a sudden, fall short on a few, and now
Yeah.
he's Loggins. We've
Loggins.
moved on.
Fair weather fan.
yeah, it's football season. So
So now for 20 years, we've had to listen to him.
Well, who do you cheer for in football? Because you're like, oh, the Falcons.
I really don't care. This is
See,
anybody
exactly.
but the Falcons. So let's go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Woo.
All right. Well, you're not going to drop Hall County like that, all right? Speaking of our shirts, I want to give a shout out here to
Yes.
Christy Young.
Yes.
Young at Heart Design. We appreciate these. We love them. I've gotten a lot of compliments on them. She's doing some great apparel for all of Hall County sports.
Yep.
Really cool stuff. She was set up at the cross country meet this weekend. So www.yhd2016.com. Get on there. She's got some cool stuff. If you need that new Hall County swag, she's your go-to there.
Swag. How was it down at the cross country meet, by the way?
Boy, that was amazing. I've been under a rock. You know, I went to my first volleyball match. Then this cross country deal was even bigger. Lots of people there. Lots of competitive running there towards the end. Never seen a cross country match where they ran into the woods. Didn't know how that worked, so it was pretty.
Oh, when
neat.
they disappear into the woods and
Yeah.
come out?
Oh yeah, it was a big deal. So
Where was it at?
North Hall Community Center.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it was a huge turnout.
yeah,
They actually ran varsity, boys and girls, JV, and middle school.
Oh, wow.
A lot of runners out there. So, yeah, pretty exciting.
I just thought they just ran in the field or something, just a couple laps. I had no idea they ran into
yeah.
the woods. So props to them.
Yeah,
Very
Hall
competitive.
County, a lot of big-time runners right now. So it was pretty exciting to see. It's pretty competitive. I like that they do that. Again, it's like, everybody loves Lanierland because Hall County tournament, showcasing the athletes, a lot of pride on the line,
Yeah.
just like we saw in the volleyball championships, and the same with cross country. There's a lot of pride going on out there. And again, North Hall, they kind of took over. So we'll get into that. Girls first. I just want to recap the top 10 here. And then we'll go over team standings. Same with the boys. All right, start off, Summer Muxlow, North Hall, came in first. We're going to get back to Summer here in just a minute because she's doing some amazing things over there at North Hall. Emma Dobson, Chestatee, Elin Kennedy coming in third in North Hall. Arden Jensen, Flowery Branch, Camille Nix, North Hall. Isabel Lee, Gainesville High School. Lily Kate Morgan, North Hall. Charlotte Hamilton, Lanier Christian Academy. Abby Schmidt, Cherokee Bluff High School. And rounding up 10th, Kaylee McBride from Chestatee. Again, just great times there. Very competitive race. Team standings there, North Hall. Actually, North Hall took the sweep in the cross-country meet.
Really?
Varsity down to JV.
Really?
Swept it all. They've got a lot of runners there doing a lot of good things. So North Hall taking the win. Chestatee, Lanier Christian coming in third. Very impressed with Lanier Christian. Again, that school's growing, still pretty small though, and they're starting to make a name for themselves in
No doubt.
athletics. So that's impressive. Flowery Branch coming in fourth, and then Cherokee Bluff coming in fifth. Team standings and the girls, great job to all of you. Just to recap Summer Muxlow real quick. To start off, another record breaker.
Really?
At the Warpath Invite a few weeks ago, ran at 18:05. That's a new school record at North Hall.
1805.
Yes. Just to put that in perspective, she won the Hall County Championship this weekend with a time of just over 19. And she ran an 18:05 at that Warpath.
How do you shave off a minute?
Yeah, it's I don't know. We'll have to ask her. Well, that's impressive. She now holds 3 school records at North Hall. And she's only a sophomore, everybody.
Oh, she is?
Yes. So she's going to be doing some
Watch
big things.
out. She's going to
watch
on all
out.
the records here before long.
As a freshman, she became a state champion in the 1600, 3200, and 4x800 in track. As doing that, she set the school record in the 1600 and 3200. So she now holds 3 school records. She also was a state runner-up in cross country last year by one of her teammates.
Oh, wow.
Edged her out. So great job, Summer.
Yes.
Just unbelievable what you're doing over there. Props to you. We'll be watching you for the next few years and looking forward to it.
She'll be in the Hall of Fame up there before long.
Yeah, she
Oh,
might
for
already,
sure.
She might already
Yeah.
be.
No doubt.
Great job.
Yep.
On the boys' side, I know, speaking of North Hall, real quick, Max Young,
Tough.
thinking about you, buddy.
Yep.
Hoping for a quick recovery there. Got a foot injury. He was looking to do some big things in the Hall County Championship. I know he was kind of the one to beat. Came down with a foot injury, so we're hoping that's not too long and he can get back out there.
No doubt.
But we'll go through these rankings real quick. Josiah Dolan, Lanier Christian Academy, great job for winning that event. My boy Mason Hill coming in second for North Hall. Ethan Fountain at Gainesville in third. Grant McDuffie, Cherokee Bluff. Selvin Perez Johnson, props to you, Johnson. Oswaldo Luna, Gainesville High School. Hunter Morrison, North Hall. Jack Stage, Flyer Branch. Hayden Glover, North Hall. Brandon Blackwell, Cherokee Bluff High School. Great job to all of you again.
Great mix.
It was a pretty
Good school,
competitive
yeah.
race there. I think Mason in second was only around 20 seconds behind your winner there, Josiah. So it was a good job. Again, back at them. North Hall won the event. Great job. Gainesville coming in second. Cherokee Bluff coming in third. Johnson coming in fourth.
All right.
Great job to you, Johnson. And then Lanier Christian coming in fifth.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
So 2 programs there growing. So that's great job to all of you. Again, it was a great event. Big turnout from the community, which I thought was great. I know running's one of those things that doesn't get as much publicity as it should at times.
Yeah.
And we've, again, in Hall County as a whole, we've got some runners doing some great things. So really glad to get out there and see it. Really glad we can talk about it, give these shout outs because it's
No
amazing.
doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Loggins, come
Yep.
to us with the softball world.
Yep. I know we've taken a couple weeks off with updated standings, so we're down to the last 2 weeks of the softball season. Just going to go through the region standings and what they have this week as far as games on the schedule. Chestatee is 7th in their region. They have games against 2 tough games against Lumpkin and North Hall this week. Cherokee Bluff is 2nd in their region. They have 3 games, East Hall, West Hall, and Thursday a big one against number 1 Jefferson.
And they're number one, Jefferson, number
I
one
think
in the
they've
region.
split so far
Yeah.
this season, right? So that might be a good game to entertain. East Hall is 5th. They have Bluff and Jefferson this week. Gainesville is 6th. In their region. They have Seckinger and Roswell. Flary Branch is 6th in their region. They have Madison and Walnut Grove. North Hall, they're 2nd. They have big games this week as well against White County and Chestatee, and Thursday against number 1 Pickens. That's gonna be the big one.
You know, last week they went down to the Bluff and beat them.
Beat them, yeah.
They,
North Hall's playing really well right now. I think they're 16-5. So
Yeah, I caught the very end of it, and North Hall won 7-5. I think they jumped on 3-0 early in the first inning, and then Cherokee Bluff clawed back, and I think the 4th and 5th to take a 5-3 or 5-4 lead, and then North Hall put it away in the top of the 7th.
yeah,
It was a big crowd there. Had Cherokee Bluff had a bunch of boys in the left field in trucks, supporting
really?
them. Yeah,
Okay,
it was big. I could hear them
Good
over
deal.
at football practice. So I went over there and I actually parked my truck in the way, but behind center field, watching it through the gate. So it was pretty cool.
it's good. They're getting some,
Just hated that Bluff lost, but yeah, North Hall came down to the Bluff and won. It's pretty big.
Nice. West Hall, they're 6th in their region. They have Forsyth Central and the Bluff on Tuesday. So good luck, ladies. Let's finish strong.
Yeah,
I don't know the top 4. I don't know how the region works as far as softball playoffs or anything like that. I'll find out and we'll update that next week because we have another. Next week is the last official week.
Yeah, because they go into a region tournament.
Yes.
I think, coming out of that, that's how
And I
they
don't know if they're
determine.
going to make up any games,
I think they will if it's needed for standings and
Okay.
whatnot.
Good deal. We're going to get into volleyball, but before that, I just want to give a shout out to our man, Hudson Justice. Hudson is an 8th
Yes.
grader at Lakeview Academy. Just want to make sure everybody heard that, Lakeview.
Yes.
Okay. want to make sure we get that out there. He is in 8th grade. Big-time golfer. I know a lot of you know his name. Will be playing varsity at Lakeview this year. I'll probably be doing some big things as an 8th grader on varsity. But played in a local tournament last week, but a big tournament, Milton Martin Honda Classic. Entered as an amateur. Shot 5 under on the final day to finish 3rd overall.
And that's a PGA event, right?
Yes. It's
8th grader?
Yes, 8th grader. At Lakeview, I'm not sure if I said that. But anyways, Hudson Justice, great job. I know we're going to be
Good job,
covering
buddy.
you a lot in the spring. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to give a shout out as that's a big deal, again, in the community.
Absolutely.
And enjoy watching them play. All right, volleyball. We're coming in again, the tail end of the season of that as well. I know now these next few weeks, these teams that have these playoff chances are got some big matches coming up. And again, trying to make that big push to get in the playoffs. North Hall really started out a little bit slow there. Didn't go like they wanted it to, but they've really made a strong push. They're looking really good these last few weeks. They are now 23-12 overall, 8-1 in region and 2nd. But they've got Dawson County coming up. That could be a big time win for them.
Okay.
So big week for North Hall. Cherokee Bluff, again, 24-11. They're 1st in the region, 5-1. Again, 11 seniors on that team, so I know they're looking to do some big things in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people view them as the team to beat, so we'll see how that ends up. North Forsyth's their next match. Gainesville, 19-11 overall. They are 3rd in their region, 3-2 record. They've got Seconder coming up. So again, no under the leadership of a new coach there,
Yep.
but looks like things are going pretty well. Flyer Branch. They're 15-17. They're 2-2 in the region, but they're sitting at 5th. So I know they're still trying to make that kind of last-minute push, see if they can get in there. They've got East Forsyth coming up next match, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Rest of the teams in the county, I know the year's not gone as they had hoped, maybe planned, but hopefully they'll finish strong here and make a good push, get ready
Building
for
blocks.
building blocks, getting ready for next year. So.
Yep.
So that wraps up volleyball for now. We'll see how these teams finish up.
Awesome.
Before you get into the football, just, obviously we know about Connor Shaw. What happened to him a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but he was on the field. He came out of this, I don't know, this little, I don't know what it's called, but he was on the field getting the crowd pumped up Saturday. So he looked well. He's with his son, so just keep him going in your prayers and thoughts. I mean, it looks like he's doing well. So just wanted to say that. So
Absolutely.
All right, football. A lot going on there. I'll start West Hall, same thing. They are 6th in their region. They're 2-4 on the year, 0-1 in the region. And I will say, noticing going through, looking at all this, I didn't realize how many non-region games they played in football. Like some of these teams only have 1 or 2 games, and we're already 6-7 games in the season.
Wow.
But they're sitting 6th. Johnson's 0-5, sitting 7th in their region. Chesapeake's 3-3. They're 5th. East Hall's 2-4. They're 5th. Bluff, they're 4-2. They're 4th in their region. They lost a heartbreaker Friday night to Oconee County.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It was pretty tough. North Hall, shout out to them. Only undefeated team left in Hall County. They're off. Sitting first, 3-0, 6-0. I mean, they doing big things.
And that was supposed to be a close game Friday night.
Yeah.
Somebody forgot
Fox
to tell
5 team of the week, too.
Somebody forgot to tell North Hall that was supposed to be a close
Well,
game.
they handled business.
They beat Pickens pretty handily up at Pickens.
Yeah, that's a pretty big deal to go into that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's game of the week. Fox 5 game of the week. I
Oh,
said
was
team
it?
of the week. Jackson County was actually the team of the week, but Pender was on Fox 5 Friday night for the game, and it was electric atmosphere already up there, so they traveled well to Pickens County.
That's
so.
awesome. Gainesville's 5-1. They're sitting 2nd in their region. Lakeview's 3-3, 3rd in their region. Lanier Christian's 4-1. They're 1st in their region. So football's doing good down there as well at LCA.
Definitely.
Riverside, they're 2-4, sitting 7th in their region. And I'm gonna close out with Flyer Branch, 5-1, 2nd in their region. They're 2-0 in their region. 3 weeks away from a big showdown. North Oconee sitting number 1 in their region. North Oconee is going to be coming to the Branch. That's going to be an interesting
Might need to go
game.
that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we'll be at that game because it's going to be electric. Going down there, like I said 2 weeks ago, Flyer Branch and that atmosphere. Now you're fighting for potentially number 1 seed in the region. It's going to be a great game to go to.
North Oconee's a powerhouse.
They are.
An absolute dominant powerhouse right now, and Flowery Branch can make a big statement that night.
100%.
Sure.
And I'm going to quote Jose Rodriguez, because he said it. If he said it once that Friday night, he said it 20 times. We're doing big things at the Branch. That's all I heard.
You know what? They are. Can't argue it.
No, absolutely.
Again, great job, Coach Perry, and all the players. That's. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to see that upset.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
And you know what? You ask Coach Perry and their players, it may not be an upset.
No,
they're playing great football right now.
Absolutely.
Because when North Oconee can't, when they come up here, they beat the brakes off of you. I mean, they don't let up. I mean, it's like 50, 60 nothing every time. So we need to. The Branch needs to make a statement. So
yeah, that'd be great for the county.
Absolutely.
We're gonna try to make that game.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's it for football. You know, we're clearly over halfway through the season. We'll be lining up I think we start in the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks, lining out who's going to be in the playoffs, who's not going to be. Some teams are not going to be in there. So I'm interested to see how this regular season closes out.
Yeah, it'll be a fun October. I know a lot of teams, big-time games coming up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be fun seeing them and covering them. So, all right, good job with it. That'll wrap that up. I'm going to say one thing. I'm going to complain here for a minute. I'm going to vent. Probably got some parents, maybe players out there that are going to agree with this. Some of you may love it. If you do, more power to you.
Yeah.
Fall baseball. Holy cow, I'm about over it. I'm at the older ages. Now, I'll have to say my youngest son, Brooks, this is his second year playing baseball. Now, he loves it. So he's just getting started. They're Sunday-only tournaments because he's younger group. He's 11U. And those are fun. Those are pretty fun tournaments. Those are pretty local. Lawrenceville's usually the furthest we go for that. Got some tournaments in Gainesville. The Coop, shout out to the county for building the Coop.
I've never been over there yet.
Okay.
Nice.
How did East Hall? Have you all played there yet, Cash?
No, I've heard all about it. I've heard it's beautiful, great facility. The only thing that they complain about is parking, but other than that, is it a county or is it the city?
Well, it's right there at East Hall. The city
county.
park and rec, I know is, I guess who's behind it.
Yeah.
So I guess more shout outs to the city being part of the county. So both of you shout outs to
Yeah.
you. Because it is a great complex. And we've needed that for a long time as much as baseball's grown. I know my nephews played there yesterday. Yes, parking's a little bit tough at times, but let me tell you something. I will deal with parking to not drive an hour and a half
100%.
to play baseball. So just real quick props. If you've not seen the Coop, it's a great complex. Again, right there just before you get to East Hall, out there on the right. But so the younger ages, Sunday only tournaments, still at the younger ages, sometimes they're not playing, football and that kind of thing. So that's their deal. But as you get older, I think it flips in 15U. It goes back to 2-day tournaments, sometimes 3. Some of these tournaments are big enough. Actually, sometimes 4. My son had a tournament. He wouldn't have been able to play on Monday, but the tournament went into Monday, a school day.
Crazy.
It's crazy. And a lot of these kids are, one, playing multiple sports. So you're talking about time management, juggling your schedule. But even if not, you're coming off a long summer.
Yep.
We all know how much travel baseball is in the summer, how much you do, how much you travel. There's destination tournaments. That's a lot of reps. Some of these kids are playing a lot of games. They take a few weeks off, and then all of a sudden fall baseball starts.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, I'm about over it. Driving an hour and a half, 2 days, 3 days. Had we won yesterday, Lewis and I were in North Cobb. The first game was at 1:40. Got to be there at 12:40. It's an hour and a half drive. So, we're leaving at 11 a.m. Won the first game. Actually played really good baseball yesterday. Second game, playing the East Cobb Astros, lost 4-1. Had we won that game and we left 2 on in the last inning, we're mounting a little bit of a comeback there. I'm not going to lie, I'm sitting there going, I'm going to be okay not winning this game. Headed to the house. I got work tomorrow. So, had we won that game, we're then driving back to East Cobb to start a championship game at 7:40 at night, if it starts on time. That's putting you back home 11:30
At the earliest.
At the earliest.
Because of what, 2-hour games?
Yes, 2-hour
No
games. And of course, it's bracket play, so no ties. I mean, you tie, you keep playing until you have somebody that wins. So, I'm just telling everybody out there, not that I'm the know-it-all, but I know there's got to be some people that agree with me. And to get some reps in the fall, okay. To go through all that after coming off a full summer and then your school season in baseball,
That's what I say.
it's too much. And I'm going to tell you whose fault all this is.
The parents.
The parents. And I'm right there with you because I'm doing it. Here I am venting on this podcast, complaining, and I've let my son.
Well, it's the pressure that we're putting on
it's the pressure that's been put on us that we've allowed to be
correct.
put on us.
That's correct.
That now it's such a business, and you're letting these big organizations like Perfect Game and hey, Perfect Game, I appreciate you're out there. You're doing a lot of things. I'm not saying that's a bad organization, but it's a business. I'm sorry, it's a business. So when you got PBR and Perfect Game and all that in this in the Southeast, I get it. Okay, they keep up with your stats, and they're going to push you that this is how you're going to be seen. And we've already talked about it. No recruiters are going back to 14, 15, really even 16U to look at your stats.
Yeah,
they're looking at you at 17 and 18.
Yep.
What you're doing then. A lot of these players are still going to develop by then, but rest is a big thing. My big push is going to be Sunday only tournaments, even at this age. There's no reason we can't hold them locally. We've got enough teams and players out there to have Sunday only tournaments, get in 2 or 3 games. If you are doing that, then it's not a chess match with all your pitchers. They can come out and pitch 2 or 3 innings a game, get some reps. That's plenty of baseball, in my opinion.
Agree.
So,
maybe we need to try and find a way to host one.
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
At least have a cutoff time on it, 6 o'clock or something instead of playing into what were you saying, 8 or 9 o'clock last night?
The one of the teams I followed, it was 9:01 that they won the game. I got an alert on Game Changer
For 11 under.
They were playing in a 12U tournament, which was pretty impressive. I just if you think about it, we'll take your son. He started playing in February. Okay, so he played high school February all the way through May. Then you went right into summer ball, June, July, and you finished up August, right?
Yep.
And then he took a little bit of a break. Here it is, October, playing again. So when does he recover?
Well, now he's going to recover. He agreed to only do September. Actually, their team is mainly only doing September only.
Okay.
Which is great. But a lot of them, I know we've got friends going into late October and some early November. So
Yeah.
that's not what you see as a whole. So where you're headed, yes, you're going into October. These kids are still getting reps.
Yeah.
They're still throwing a lot. And so if you don't have a recovery time, because guess what happens? Now we've got 401s in high school.
Yep.
You've got the pressure of that.
Yep.
And then you're going to go into the winter. They start in February.
You're throwing in November.
So now you're going to keep throwing there. And then in December, you're going to start getting that feeling like, oh, gosh, we're a month away. I better go start throwing and hitting. And you really haven't taken much of a break.
No, I think that if you play a high school schedule and you play all the way through July, beginning of August, middle of August, I will shut it down. Give yourself, most of August, September, October, November. That's 4 months.
We start by picking it back up in December.
Yeah. Towards middle of November, towards the end of November. That gives you 2 months, 2.5 months. You want to go into February because they're playing so early in February that your arm's in good shape by then. But you've also allowed 2.5, 3, 4 months of rest. Now you can hit during that time. I'm not saying don't hit, but damn, just let the kids be kids.
No.
I'm struggling with it. Well, I coach a team. I'm part of the problem. We were out at the practice yesterday. Didn't really want to be there. I had, I think, 7 kids. 1 kid hurt his ankle in football on Saturday, which you hate for the kid. Another kid was sick, and then the last one he broke 3 toes in football, first game of the year. So 7 kids were out there practicing. Luckily another team that we know and they can practice with us, but it's kind of 7 kids trying to practice for 2 hours. Yeah. There's only so much you can do, only so many reps. My biggest thing, stay tuned up hitting. That's the biggest thing. Let the boys' arms rest. I'm contemplating. I'm talking to my wife about it. I don't know if I want to do a fall next year. The kids need to be able to relax. They need to be able to be kids. We're taking that. We're still in their childhood. And luckily, me being the head coach, I'm able to flex with the schedule and whatnot. Liam joined the fishing club team at Cherokee Bluff. He wants to do that. I'm not going to stop him from doing that. Well, that's right now in the fall, and they got him on Sundays, and we're working around that so that he can go fish and enjoy that. He's almost 12. We need to stop robbing them of their childhood. And talking about the pressure, let's talk about James and his daughter and, tearing their ACL in soccer. They feel the pressure just to be on an elite team, that they're traveling to all the tournaments with the elite team so that they can stay in touch with it. And the daughter, she's out for 9 to 12 months because of her knee. That's, if we're putting that kind of pressure, and she's only a sophomore, right? We need to figure something out. We're robbing their childhoods. We're not doing right by them all the time if that's what we're putting on them.
And it's on us. Parents have to.
It is.
Lewis and I talked on the way home. Will be going into his junior year next year, and fall baseball is either it's not happening or he's going to pitch a few tournaments just to do that if he does it. We've got to make that stand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and I'm not saying don't ever play fall ball. There's some places for it depending what else you got going on, but I don't think it should ever be past a Sunday only tournament. A couple games on a Sunday is
Agreed.
fine. And you're right, Cash. All the practicing that goes on with it. Coach Vining made a great point. We're almost forcing these kids to make a decision at a very young age of, hey, this is the sport you play. And we shouldn't do that.
No.
And even if sports aren't involved, like you said, let them have a childhood. Let's have some weekends where we're spending as a family, not at the ball field.
It's interesting. I was scrolling, YouTube and getting on YouTube Shorts, and I came across one of the pastors. He was talking about that it's not just ruining childhood; it's also ruining marriages.
Oh.
Because your kids become the centerpiece, and then you're not making that time for your spouse, and I'm having to have a hard check, a gut check. Because for me, my schedule, like I'll practice this week, it'll be 3 football, play Saturday. We have the homecoming parade Wednesday, and then we have practice on Sunday. So that's all I'll be doing all week is sports, and I've got to do a better job as a husband to make time for my wife.
That's
and
right.
When you put your kids in the middle and you, I don't say put them on a pedestal, but that's all you focus about, your marriage suffers. So it's not just doing that.
Well, I don't have a dog in the fight anymore with no kids in school, but I don't agree on playing Sunday. You heard Dr. Scott when he was in here. He's like, no on anything Sunday sports related with GHSA. So, back in the day, it used to be Saturday, well into, Saturday night, if it whatever. But Sunday morning, I guess they don't care about going to church, or they're just all about the dollar bills, the way I look at it now. And you're playing out to 8 or 9 o'clock on Sunday night, 2 hours away. I just don't agree with that. So that's just my opinion on that.
That's a great point. Yeah, I would, you're right. I'd prefer not to do anything on Sunday.
Yeah,
if you did
it's
have
a
some
day of
Saturday
rest.
tournaments, but they're not going to do that because then you're interfering with football, and then we're not going to make as much money because
Sure.
we're not going to have
It's
any
a
teams. So
Ponzi scheme.
It's a business. When Lewis was 9 years old, he went to a local. It was his first travel team, and it was basically a Gainesville feeder team. Great group of boys, great group of parents. It was a great experience. They played together. I think he was on that team 2 to 3 years. But I remember, and those of you that were part of this are going to know, it was Gainesville Reds at the time. And I can remember us sitting there watching 9U, 10U, 11U, and, the parents, the dads mainly, standing there going, oh, this is great. At the time Lewis was at Enoda, and hey, we're going to keep this group up, and this could be a state championship team here. This coming up together, and it could have been. I mean, had those boys all stayed together and played baseball,
sure.
and I get it. And there are some rare occurrences where that happens, so it's not a bad thought. I'd been fine with him playing with that group of boys growing up, but there are currently three off that team that play for Gainesville High School now. Three players.
Wow.
Do the other ones play elsewhere?
There are only, I believe, 6 that are still playing baseball, and then four or 5 have just decided not to play baseball, which is completely fine.
Yeah.
But my point is, this happens a lot more than we think because, again, it has to be the child's passion.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be what they want to do, and I don't care what sport it is. I don't care what sport out there. Parents, you can think you got the best player there is, or that they're just good, even if you're not the type that goes, hey, they're going to go play pro, but they love it and they're good. And I get it, and there are a lot out there. But at the same time, there's a lot that don't even want to be out there at the time, or grow up in life and don't want to be out there. They're going to go do something else, going to transfer to a different school where life takes them. And then we look back and look at the pressure we put on them at a young age. All that time spent out there, and the money. Don't get me started
the
on
money.
that.
Oh yeah.
It's all about the money.
Really, probably if I did the best for my kids, I would just not let them play ball at least fall,
Yeah.
or any kind of off-season travel, and put that money in the bank for them. Probably
Yeah.
have done a lot more for my
Well,
daughters.
I used to work with a guy. His daughter played travel softball, and he told her. He said, Macy. He said, and she was going into her freshman year in high school. He's like, I can take all the money we're spending on travel softball. I can put it aside. I'll put it just like that. You'll have a full ride. You'll be able to play. You go to college and not play softball, and I'll be able to pay for it. You know, is this what you really want to do? She said yes, and she did. She went and got a college scholarship down at Georgia State, played 4 years, did great, did everything she was supposed to. But that's how much money when you're looking at the gas. It's not just the cost of the
Hotels,
teams. It's the traveling, it's the gas, the food, and I was like, wow, like I hadn't thought about that. So if it's truly, here's a hint, parents, if your kid's fighting you every time you're trying to go out the door to go to practice or to a tournament, may not be what they want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. Anyways, that's enough of me
that's
about that. I'm coming off
That's a good
12
topic,
hours from being out there, and so if you can't tell I'm frustrated about it. But again, it's on us. I'm sure everybody listening is going to go, Andy, you did it. Put him out there and let him do it. So anyways, got some good guests coming up this next episode. Looking forward to that.
Yep. Are we going to say who? Are we going to tease it? Or can we just say two football coaches?
Two football coaches doing some great things in this county.
There we go.
Woo.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, leave it at that. That way, if they do back out, we don't look.
Yeah.
look
Yeah,
so bad.
there you go.
Something may happen.
No, it's going to be great. Can't wait to hear from them. Can't wait for everybody else to hear from them. It's going to be great.
Yep. Thank y'all.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Barger Boys. See you.